And when you get a chance, check out all these YouTube channels. All excellent channels, good content.
What's up, people? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. And today, I'm going to do another video, sadly enough, about a subject that will never go away. Until some of you people just freaking pick up one of these and just do this. And since I know you probably can't see this, and stop doing this. You know, counting those pixels. My pixel glasses. But anyway, so I had made a video months and months before this update, and I was going to bring it out, but I never did. So I thought I'd bring it out this time so people can see, you know, this whole debate that still goes on where everybody thinks that 1080p is graphics, because, you know, there are the people that know that 1080p is not graphics, and then there's the people who still insist and still say that 1080p is graphics, and it is just plainly simply not graphics. Yes, it makes the graphics a little clearer, but it's not graphics. So I had recorded some gameplay of Rise, you know, because I play Rise, still play Rise, because it has multiplayer and it has single player. And to me, that's worth $60. Now, was the multiplayer revolutionary or anything like that? No. Could they have done some PvP multiplayer? Yes, that's what I was looking more forward to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with co-op, but me, I'm the type of person, I'm more of a competitive type person. Even if I'm getting beat down, I'm more of a competitive type person. So I like PvP over co-op, but there's nothing wrong with co-op. I also like that too. So I would have rather seen Rise with PvP versus just the co-op. And if it was going to be co-op, I would rather have seen it be co-op where you're actually going through the story and just instead of being inside of an arena. But that wasn't a bad thing, as long as it still gave me some replay value on the game. So we all know it's no secret that Rise is 900p. And people still try to downplay that. To this date, I would say Rise is still the best looking game on the xb1. And even though it has been a lot of controversy with the other game on the PlayStation side, you know that game, Order 1886, which is the best looking game on the ps4. Now, you can argue tit for tat which one of these games look better on comparing them on, you know, from the xb1 to the PlayStation 4, which one of these graphically looks better. You can argue that all day long because that's going to be a matter of opinion. But we can at least agree that these are the best looking games on each platform. Now, like I said, that's based on my opinion. There's other people who might not believe that, you know, Rise is the best looking game. And there may be some people on the PlayStation 4 that will argue and say, hey, although the Order is a beautiful game, it's not the best looking game on the PlayStation. But anyway, the Order, 800p, 30 frames per second, and it's the best looking game on PlayStation. 900p on the xb1, and it's the best looking game on the xb1. So, when is everybody going to stop the whole 1080p mess? When? I know that one side brings up 1080p as a way of saying my console is more powerful than yours, and they equate power with better, which is not always the case. Like I said, there are people that have the Wii U that think that the Wii U will beat the XB1 and the PS4. But anyway, so I made this video months ago. Oh boy, excuse me. And I actually went and got the game Spider-Man from the library. Where I live at, you can go to your local library, and if they have the game on the XB1, PS4, PS3, 360, Wii U, Wii, whatever, you can rent it for free for a week without paying anything. But since it was there, I figured I'd get it and I go record some gameplay footage from it and then put them side by side with Rise Son of Rome. And you're going to see that in the next video. And, you know, I hear a lot of people always saying that I can't play it unless it's 1080p. It ain't going to be no fun unless it's 1080p. Well, once again, this is where my opinion comes in. I played about 5 or 10 minutes of Spider-Man. And Spider-Man pretty much has been, in my opinion, crap since Spider-Man 2. Ever since you could swing through the city like you was actually Spider-Man, it's been crap to me. So that's just my opinion. And this game was no better. Damn sure it didn't look better than Rise, but I just put it on there just to prove a point. Of course, people will argue with me all day about it. But anyway, let's get on to the video.
The ringleader looks like the guy who killed Uncle Ben.
So here we are again with two examples of games that were supposed to, you know, be like next gen. So here we have Spider-Man, native 1080p. It's at 30 frames per second, but it's at native 1080p. And here you have Rise, Son of Rome, 900p, 30 frames per second. Look at the games. You be the judge. Now, of course, most people are going to go, this one looks better. But there will be some that will actually say, hey, I believe this game looks better. But also, for the fanboy who said there's impossible for 900p to look better than 1080p native. But yet, this game slaps the doggy mess out of this game. Now, if I was a developer, and if they really wanted to save money, I would give you a game like this in native 1080p at 30 frames per second, or maybe even 60 frames per second. And then we would hear all the people complaining, this doesn't look next gen. Because if you look at this game and compare it to the 360 or the PS3, there's only one difference. Well, not just one difference, but the main difference. It's clearer, and that's it. That's the main difference. There may be other differences like more polygons being pushed and things of that nature. But when you look at this game versus the 360 and the PS3, they are almost virtually identical. Whereas you're not going to see this on 360 or PS3 because it's exclusive to the XB1. And why is that? Because if they put this game the way it looks on the 360 or the PS3, and I did say at the PS3, they would have to downgrade polygons, people on screen, textures, lighting. They would have to downgrade. It would still look good, but they would have to downgrade that. But this is what you guys want. Native 1080p. because this is next gen. So if I was going to be a developer, this is the type of game I would give you. And then as soon as somebody complains about the graphics, I would say, hey, isn't this what you wanted? Native 1080p?
Tell me where to find Schultz, okay?
So,
Maybe I'll upgrade your accommodations to fire.
somebody will come in and try to damage control this, or they'll say I'm damage control because the xb1 doesn't have a whole bunch of games, or doesn't have games in 1080p according to the fanboys. But like I said before, I paid $400 for a PlayStation, $500 for an xb1. With all that combined money and all the camera I bought for the ps4 was $60, not $50. When I got it, it was $60. And with all the games I put into these xb1 and the 2 games that I bought for my ps4, I could have got me a
Head to that construction
expensive,
site. This Herman Schultz guy.
expensive PC, the highest settings, and all that stuff. But I'm all about the experience, and that's what I was down with. So, as I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system, they just hate yours. Which one do you choose? This last gen looking game in 1080p native, or this one? Peace out. Game on.